The Kyrgyzstan government is standing firm with its decision to close the US airbase at Manas. The base, that's close to the capital Bishkek, has been used for years by the Pentagon as a major supply hub for NATO troops in Afghanistan. RT's Yegor Piskunov has the story.
One step closer to eviction. It was meant to help the United States in the campaign in Afghanistan, but ended up causing a wave of criticism in Kyrgyz society. 8 years later, it seems as if the country's authorities have finally had enough.
It's been 8 years since the launch of the Manas base. At that time, there was severe fighting in Afghanistan. They were using bomber air forces. But today, the situation in Afghanistan has changed. It has its own government, president, and parliament. We think the air base has accomplished its mission.
Around 15,000 personnel and 500 tons of cargo pass through Manas each month. But the once warm welcome has chilled following incidents between locals and military staff. 2 Kyrgyz women were run over by a vehicle driven by an American serviceman, and there have been reports of fighting with the local population. In another incident, a Kyrgyz citizen was shot dead by a US soldier. He escaped prosecution because staff at the base enjoyed diplomatic immunity. Despite this, the Kyrgyz president personally asked US authorities to complete a thorough investigation into the killing.
We still haven't received an answer, to say nothing of compensation. There is not even a confession of guilt, which gives us food for thought.
The environmental impact is also a sticking point. There have been reports of American planes dumping excess fuel mid-air, which then rained onto nearby villages, just like this one near the capital. Local residents say it harms plants and animals, but also stress they don't want their children to grow up in such conditions. They also fear that Washington may go to war with Iran, which could cause Tehran to target the base near their homes.
We are living here and raising our children. Why do we need this US air base? We don't need it at all. We are living in a peaceful time. I remember how frightening it was when American planes were flying above our heads.
If the closure notice is passed, the US will have 180 days to remove its base. That could become a major headache for the Obama administration, which is planning to deploy as many as 30,000 additional troops to Afghanistan over the next 2 years. It's thought Washington is already talking to neighboring Uzbekistan and Tajikistan to find a new home for its depot.
After the government approved the axing of the Manas base, it's now up to the parliament and the presidents to make the final decision. But judging by the general mood among the Kyrgyz public and politicians, its closure seems to be inevitable. Yegor Piskunov, RT, Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan.
Yes, that was RT correspondent Yegor Piskunov reporting from the Kyrgyzstan capital, Bishkek.